What's up, everybody? Eric here with another EWE Reviews. Today I'm going to be talking about The Creator. Before I get into that, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, guys. So this is the review for The Creator. This will be a spoiler-free review. I know I haven't done a movie review in a while, sorry about that. But I'm trying to get back into the action of things. And we also have the problem that we're out of the summer. So a lot of these releases, we're still going to get movies every week, but not everything is going to be interesting that I want to watch. So I'm going to start also doing reviews for a lot of the movies that come straight to like streaming. So the next review after this will be Totally Killer, but this is the review for The Creator. So this is a science fiction film, PG-13 rating, came out on September 29, 2023, with a budget of $80 million and a box office as of October 14th of $65 million. So this is looking like a flop. And I can actually see why, and I'll talk about that more later. But it's not really because the movie's bad, but I can see why it's a flop. And this is directed by Gareth Edwards. The cast includes John David Washington, Madeline Yuna Voiles, Gemma Chan, Allison Janney, Ken Wadabiya, and Ralph Ineson. Sorry guys, I am mispronouncing names today. I have no idea what's going on. I'm not the best at it, but today I just feel even worse than usual. This movie has a runtime of 133 minutes, and you guys already know I'm going to complain about it later. I watched this in standard format, and I watched this... Oh, and this has no post-credit scene. So as soon as the credits start rolling, you can leave if you want. So the basic plot of the movie is there's now basically a war between humans and AI. The humans are just trying to kill all the AI because they think that they're a threat to the human race. The machines kind of just want to live in peace in just a different part of the world, just be left alone from the evil humans. And it's up to Joshua, someone that worked for the U.S. Army or military, to go find whatever this new super weapon for the machines is. Once he finds it, he actually realizes it's a child, and he has a hard time killing it, and that's where his story goes with this. Because they're trying to figure out what's so special about this young child that's also a machine. So that's the basic plot of the film. They go into their own hijinks and stuff like that. But it's a science fiction story. So let me now move on to my thoughts on the movie. So the bad, I'm already going to start with it's too long in my opinion. Now, there's nothing wrong with movies being long if you give me a reason for it to be this long. I didn't feel like I needed it in this film. I felt like there was a lot of stuff where I was like, that didn't need to be in there. Like, it just felt like you're trying to tell me something, and I don't even care, and I kind of forgot about it. And then the other bad thing is that this is a science fiction film, but it seems very derivative of other stories we've seen. It's a mix of, like, Terminator, Avatar, probably some Star Wars stuff in there, too. There's a lot of, like, science fiction stuff in there that you've gotten from some other... Like, it's from the genre and then just put it together here. So although this is an original story, it kind of just feels like it's derivative of stuff we've already seen before. And it's very easy to tell what the twists are going to be, who the villains really are. Because they're trying to make you feel like at one point that, oh no, they're both bad agents. Like, one's bad, the other one... I mean, one's good, the other one's clearly bad. They have cool tech in the film, but at times the tech gets a bit too, like... That technology seems way so advanced and stuff they could do with it, like, apply it to other things that I'm just like, why are you guys, like, why is this the war thing where it's like, you have something else that to me is like, this is the fountain of youth if you know how to use it correctly. So that was another thought I had of it. Let's move on to the good. It's visually stunning in this film. I wish I could have seen it in Dolby or IMAX, but sadly I missed the boat on that. And this movie does make you think a lot of like, oh, what do we consider to be real? Just because that's artificial intelligence, are we going to say it's not real, even though it is thinking and it seems like it's a sentient being? Like, it makes you think of times like that. And that was really cool. And even though I said, like, there's some science tech that I'm just like, it goes too far, there's also tech in here that I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I really like the way they're using this stuff. I really enjoy, like, that type of things. Like, I watch Star Trek and Star Wars a lot when they have, like, a new device. I'm always like, oh, that's really cool. I like seeing stuff like that. Now, the story itself, I thought it was really good. It has moments where, like, okay, this is touching. I actually do like this. I want to see what's going to happen between Alfie and Joshua. Like, they seem to have, like, a good connection. And I like the performance by both actors. It's like, oh, you guys are working well together. I really enjoyed this. Especially for Madeline, since she's only, like, 9. I mean, she's 9 now. I don't even know how old she was when she filmed this. And it's like, for a young actress, like, she did really well. I'm, like, credit... I'm not the biggest fan of, like, child actors. And like, some of them feels like, well, they're just kids. But this one's like, oh, she did a good job. And then when it comes to like the villain, so this is something really cool where you start to actually feel like for the machines, it's like the scale of the power of the Nomad. You're just like, no one should have that kind of power. So it was really cool, like seeing as like, yeah, they could easily be wiped out. And it was just like, it was really cool to see that. I like when you can actually visualize what the threat is. And it's like, yeah, this is some all power stuff where it's like, it definitely changes who can win this war. So that was really cool to see. I really enjoyed a lot of what this film has. So let's actually move on to my score. So I'm actually going to give this a 7 out of 10 for good. I wanted to give it more, but at the same time, like I said, I keep coming back to like, but this is all so derivative of things I've seen before. And I'm just like, I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. And when it comes to like, why is it, because I mentioned earlier that the movie was a box office flop. One reason I can think of, it came out way too late. It was like end of September. I'm just like, we now have other distractions such as football, college, and NFL. I remember saying, oh, well, there's baseball and all this other stuff during the summer, basketball. And, no, I'm not sure basketball ends like right before the summer. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But baseball has one flaw. Is like, oh, you can miss a game. Who cares? You can still go out to watch the theater. There's going to be like 3 games in that weekend. Now that we have football back, it's like, that's 1 game a week per team. It's like, if that's your team, you're going to make sure you go watch stuff. So it's harder to get people to go out to go watch movies, in my opinion, once you start heading into that fall. There's also kids going back to school and things like that. So I'm like, it's harder to get movies to be watched in the fall compared to how easy it is in the summer. Because summer is just like, well, you got nothing but time. So I can see that being one of the reasons. And since this does seem like, it looks cool, but there's nothing about this that I'd say I've never seen anything similar to like this in this type of scope. So I was just like, yeah, I really enjoyed this, but I can easily see why people might skip it. This is probably gonna be a movie that is gonna get like a lot of good reviews of people like liking it once it goes to streaming. So I definitely recommend you go watch this movie. Like I said, I think it's just bad scheduling. Like sometimes you just get screwed when you put a movie out. So my next review, like I said earlier, is going to be Totally Killer. I'll try to have that one out soon. I still need to watch the movie, but I'm excited to see that. And I mean, we're October, spooky time to watch a slasher. But yeah, guys, let me know what you thought in the comments down below of the movie. Did you enjoy The Creator? I really did. Like I said, I wish I could give it a higher score, but right now, it's the best I could give it. I don't think it's going to get a sequel based off the box office, but we'll see. I don't even think it needs a sequel, if I'm being honest. I felt like this was a good self-contained story. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.